How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got a story that my friend told me of basically when he had to go to someone else's house and their little brother had probably one of the craziest spoiled kid mental breakdowns ever. It was probably one of the most uncomfortable, but also one of like the wildest experiences he's had in a really long time. And I just thought to myself, I had to tell this on the channel. And unless you want to be attacked by a spoiled kid just because you didn't buy them V-Bucks, subscribe to the channel with notifications on, and make sure you do turn on the notifications so you won't see my videos otherwise. And also for a limited time, I'm going to be super generous and give away this awesome prize. If you leave a like in the video, I will give you absolutely nothing. I know, I'm super generous. And with that being said, let's just jump right into it. So this story was told to me by my friend Zach. So basically my friend Zach, I'd say about 6 months ago to about, a little less than a year ago, he went to go see one of his friends that he hadn't seen in a long time, right? So Zach's friend, let's call Zach's friend, I don't know, Ben. Ben's not really super important in the story, but I thought I'd give him a name anyways. So Zach was going to go see his friend, and he hadn't seen his friend in a while, so it was like, a good time to catch up. So, Zach and Ben decide that the best idea would be for Zach to come to Ben's house, and for them to just kind of like hang out for a little bit, maybe stay for dinner. Maybe they would eventually go out, I don't know, to the movies or something. Maybe they go out for dinner. But also, they thought it would be a good idea if Zach stayed over for the night so they could hang out, maybe have some people over, I don't know, maybe just have a chill night and play some games, just kind of a good time. Zach also had a little brother, though. And Zach's little brother was a little bit notorious for really just, having a temper, to say the least. And the thing was, though, it had been a while since Zach had seen, Ben's little brother. Hold up, I think I said Zach's little brother in the beginning. No, this is Ben's little brother. Zach doesn't have a brother. He's an only child like me. Only children, rise up. We're not weird, I'm telling you. Don't worry about it. No, but back to the story. Anyways, so Ben had a little brother, and the thing was, Zach hasn't seen Ben's little brother in a long time. Sorry about my voice dying there for a second, but basically, Zach hadn't seen Ben's little brother in a long time. So while he was always kind of a hothead before, Zach kind of just assumed that, he grew out of it, like, as a lot of kids do, because sometimes kids will be menaces when they're younger, but as they grow up, they just realize that no one wants to hang out with you, and life is hard if you're not a good person most of the time. Or not just not a good person, but it's just annoying to be around. Most of the time, life will get harder and harder if you're annoying. Also, at this time, Ben's little brother had really gotten into Roblox. Roblox is a pretty popular game, and I also look at the channels that you guys watch as well. YouTube Analytics basically gives me a little feature that shows me channels you guys like, and I'm very happy to see Scrubs on there. It's another big Storytime channel that I take a lot of inspiration from, but I also see the occasional Roblox channel or Roblox commentary channel, so I know a lot of you guys also like the game Roblox. I never personally got into it. I tried to play Arsenal a little bit when that was the meta for background gameplay, but more or less, right, I never really got into it, but I can definitely see the appeal. And also, Roblox is a stock, and if you guys don't know, I definitely look into the stock market a lot. It's kind of my thing, and it's just interesting to see Roblox be, valued at multi-billion dollars. Anyways, back to the story, right? So Ben's little brother has really gotten into Roblox, and he's a huge fan. If you guys don't know, Roblox is a game where there's just a lot of game modes. It's kind of like a sandbox game, and you don't really pay for anything in game that actually helps you, to my knowledge. But what you do is you buy like skins and items and like just kind of cosmetic items that make, you look cool or whatever, as cool as you can look in like Roblox, right? But anyways, it's similar to a lot of other games like that. Anyways, so the day rolls around where Zach is going to go see Ben, and, Zach drives over, he gets to Ben's house, he goes there, he hasn't seen Ben in a second, so it's like awkward for a pause, but then they just really just catch on right away. I don't know if you guys have also experienced that, when, you just haven't seen someone in a while, and then all of a sudden it's like, what? It's a little awkward for a second, and then you're like, oh wait, this is my best friend, of course, right? So anyways, Zach gets there, Ben's there, they meet up in the kitchen, whatever, they hug it out, right? And then, Ben's mom is there as well as Ben's little brother. because, they walk into the kitchen. I think, Ben's mom might have been preparing something for dinner tonight. Zach and Ben decided to stay in since his mom was making something that sounded pretty good, and Ben's little brother was sitting at the kitchen table. So Ben's mom is going on about how, oh, Zach, it's been so long since I've seen you. You look so grown up. Like, Ben and I talked about you a little bit. Like, it's so great that you came, right? And Ben's little brother, right, doesn't really say anything for a little while, as, that kind of just how those interactions go. It's not like Zach and Ben's little brother were, like, best friends. They were fine, but you're not really friends with the little brother. In a lot of cases, I'm friends with some little brothers of some friends I have, right? It can happen. But anyways, right, so as that conversation goes, at one point it kind of dies down a little bit, and it's as Zach and Ben are starting to walk away to go up to Ben's room, but I don't know, maybe play some games or something, or just chill. And Ben's little brother then, as they're walking away, starts complaining to his mom about how he really wants these Robux, and how it's so important for him to get these Robux, and how she's depriving him of something from not giving him these Robux. The logic is definitely not there, but then again, I don't know. I don't exactly remember how old Ben's little brother is, but he's got to be 12 or 13 or 14 or something. But anyways, he's kind of whining about it, but nothing more than kind of just complaining. And Ben's mom is like, I don't want to buy you, or Ben's little brother's mom is like, I don't want to buy you, currency. I don't want to pay for a game that's free. That's basically her logic. So anyways, Ben and Zach go upstairs, they hang out, they just kind of reconnect after a while, and it was honestly just a good time, right? So eventually dinner time rolls around and they come downstairs and they get seated at the table. And then what Ben's mom basically yells up and says, dinner time, right? So then Ben's dad is away, so he doesn't come down, but Ben's little brother is upstairs gaming, playing some Roblox, right? So you wait for a second, or Ben waits for a second, Zach and Ben wait for a second, and Ben's mom as well, and they don't hear anything, right? So then Ben's mom yells up again, saying, hey, it's dinner time, I need you to come down. And then after a moment of silence, you hear this noise of Zach was a little confused what that was. He was like, is the radiator going off? Is there a pet that I don't know about that's making this weird grumbling sound? So then he kind of turns his head where the noise was coming from and looks at the top of the stairs. And you just see Ben's little brother standing up there, looking all angry. His fists are clenched. Sorry to interrupt the flow of this video a little bit, but if you made it this far into the video, I would like you to comment door down below. Yes, like the thing that you enter a building with. Real quick, I will occasionally mix up the word I tell you to say, so don't just comment door before you watch it, because sometimes I'll say window or another random word. But yeah, just the people who comment that, I try and heart as many of those as I can, so that you guys can get top heart commenter, and also so I can say thank you for watching the videos, as I really do appreciate that. Let's get back to the story. So basically, right, Jax is kind of sitting there like, okay, this is a little bit weird, and then Ben's mom is like, you need to come down, it's dinner time, and Ben's little brother's like, I'm very angry, and at this point, Zach is just like, oh boy, okay. Yeah, this kid definitely did not get better than from last time. If anything, he was like, oh wow, he might actually be worse. So essentially what had been happening was after Ben and Zach went upstairs, apparently Ben's little brother continued having the conversation with his mom, and his mom was very firm about, I'm not going to buy you Robux. Apparently, Ben's little brother had ended up storming off and going upstairs. And instead of going upstairs, cooling down, maybe playing some games and relaxing, he had actually been heating up, doing the opposite of cooling down. He'd just been sitting there steaming, getting angrier and angrier, because he logged into Roblox and saw some other friends that were online, and some of them had some kind of new hat or some new skin or something that cost in-game currency that his mom was depriving from him, apparently. So when he went up there and saw that, he was already upset, and it just made him madder and madder and madder, and he just got angrier and angrier. And then as he was getting angrier and angrier, he was called down for dinner, and that's where we left off. So then what happened next, Zach was just kind of sitting there. He was like, okay, this is a little bit awkward. And then Ben's little brother comes running down the stairs going, ah! And he just starts going around punching stuff. Obviously, he's not some boxer or anything. This man isn't Logan Paul, or this isn't some like Floyd Mayweather or something. He's not actually going to be like landing anything too crazy, right? But he's swinging around at stuff that definitely can't take a punch, even if it's from someone who's 12 and never boxed in their life, right? He's going around, he's punching the wall. He's like, I want Robux. And Zach is like, oh my God, somehow this kid is worse. How did he get worse? And he was like, everyone else's mom, my other friends' moms bought them Robux, and I'm sitting here looking like a fool, looking like a clown in my default skin. And then he goes around, he's just punching at stuff and kicking stuff over. Like he kicked over the table, and there was a lamp on the table, dude, and the lamp cracked. And as he was kind of running around, flailing about, screaming, Ben's mom was just like, this is no way to act. Like, you're basically saying that like he's so spoiled and how he like he should be happy with what he has, and that these in-game skins really shouldn't. She didn't really understand it, but she did understand to an extent that like it didn't matter for the actual game. But basically, as Ben's little brother was like screaming, punching things, and like flailing about, he basically was running and trying to like, he was about to like go like punch something or whatever. But as he was like screaming and running, his leg caught in the tablecloth, right? You know how there's like really satisfying TikTok videos and like YouTube videos of the people who like are able to pull a tablecloth and not disturb anything on the table? Well, let me give you a little spoiler. This was not the case with this event. Basically what happened was Ben's mom had set the entire table before, put all the food out, laid everything just ready for Ben's little brother to come down and for them all to have a nice meal, right? So when Ben's leg gets caught in the tablecloth, he keeps running because he doesn't realize right away, right? And what happens is it yanks, and the whole table, everything, all the food, all the glasses, all the silverware flies off the table, right? The food goes everywhere. I'd say 70% of the dishes are now cracked. All the glasses shattered. This huge bang. And Zach is just sitting there like, oh my God, dude. At this point, Ben's little brother like freezes as he realizes that because before his rage was like, yeah, he broke a thing or two, right? But his rage really wasn't doing any damage. And then when he notices that he just obliterated the entire dinner table, he just looks like his face goes pale, and he runs upstairs. And let me just say that they ended up enjoying that nice meal together. In fact, Zach and Ben decided that it would be best if they just went out for dinner, just like went to like, I don't know, McDonald's or something quick after helping his mom clean up. And let me just say that his mom was not very happy at Ben's little brother at all, and she had quite the discussion. TLDR, Ben's little brother was banned from playing Roblox for 2 weeks and also had to like formally apologize to his mom and explain why he knew what he did was wrong, which is totally justifiable or understandable. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to support the channel, go ahead and watch another one of my videos. Some of them will be appearing on screen right now, or you can just click my channel. As well, the Storytime playlist will appear on screen in the top right corner and in the description, so go watch that. Peace.